Our grievances hide the light of the world in us. Our salvation comes from us. What's good, fam? We made it to lesson 85 of A Course in Miracles, and today is another review lesson. We will be reviewing lessons 69 and 70. So let's dive straight in. If you got the book, you already know what to do. If you don't got the book yet, the PDF is in the description. Let's go ahead and begin. Lesson 85. Today's review will cover these ideas. 69. My grievances hide the light of the world in me. My grievances show me what is not there, and hide the light, and hide from me what I would see. My grievances show me what is not there. That's powerful. Whenever you hold a grievance towards someone, it is showing you what is not there. It is showing you what needs to be forgiven. Whenever you see anything other than love, it is showing you what you need to forgive. Your grievances show you what is not there and hide from you what you would see. They hide from me what I would see. Recognizing this, what do I want my grievances for? They keep me in darkness and hide the light. Grievances and light cannot go together, but light and vision must be joined for me to see. To see, I must lay grievances aside, implying that we're not seeing whenever we're holding a grievance towards someone, and we're really not. We can't consider us being angry at someone seeing, because we are not really seeing at all, because we are not seeing them as God created them, which is as God created us, which is love and light. Remember, love created us like itself, and love created that individual over there we haven't forgiven like themselves. So whenever we're not seeing one of God's creations as he would have it be, we are not really seeing it all. And us holding on to those fears, any fears that we may have, any angers that we may have, any worries, doubts, upsets that we may have, are hindering us from seeing. We are seeing something that is not there, and let's be glad that those situations are showing us what is not there. Let's be glad that what we are worried, doubt, and afraid of out there is showing us what we could be forgiving, what needs to be forgiven in order for us to be lifted and elevated back to our natural state of being. Grievances and light cannot go together. To see, I must lay grievances aside. I want to see, and this will be the means by which I succeed. Specific applications for this idea might be made in these forms. Let me not use this as a block to sight. It's a good one. We are using all those situations, worry, doubt, fear, etc., as blocks to sight. We are holding on to those because remember, whenever we're identified with the ego, this self that wants to remain in control and feel separate from the world and feel like it is its own little entity and everything else is separate from it, and it is better than or less than, it is not enough. All those little insane thoughts that we think over here, apart from who we really are, and it says it right here, we are using those as blocks to sight. All those situations we are using as blocks to sight. And the ego, when we're identifying with the ego, doesn't want us to see. It looks for any little scrap of our brother's wrongdoing so that way we can be justified in having those fearful thoughts. It perpetuates itself, meaning the ego, when you're over here identified with this false self-image, you also look for the false self-image in everyone else. You look for the false self-image in everyone else. You look for the ego in everyone else, because if they have an ego, that must mean that is justification for who I think I am, which is the ego. But remember, the Holy Spirit doesn't see the ego, who you really are in this state of mind. You can't see the ego. You see someone for who they really are, which is love and light. That's exactly what all of God's creations are. And this is important to be impressed in our minds and be stamped and pressed in our minds, because the more we know this, we will start to catch ourselves in the instant the act is committed of seeing fear out there. And again, we do that when we're identified with this body to justify our belief that we are a body. Oh, that person just did something worried, doubt, or fearful, or they're not good enough, or they're so good that they make me not good enough. And all of those are just false, because you see how there's levels to this. There is no levels in truth and oneness. It is all one and unified. But whenever we're identified with the ego, we see levels. We see better than, all the way up here. We see just enough. We see not good enough, and we see a whole host of all kinds of different things that appear to be on so many different levels, so many problems that appear to be on so many different levels. But remember, there is only one problem, and the problem is our belief in separation. And whenever we understand that we are one with and a part of all that is still, and we have never left, only in our belief, then we can remember that all our problems have already been solved, because there is no separation. It is only a belief, but that belief is going to require a miracle, so that way it can allow you to perceive wholly, to perceive naturally, to see the real world, to remember who you really are. So we have to keep these in mind, that me and you, our whole life have been blocking our sight. And remember, sight does not refer to seeing with these two eyes. These two eyes are just physical interpretations. Whenever we talk about sight and vision, we are discussing the something much more whole that the eyes cannot perceive. So although my eyes see everything as separate, having true vision is a knowingness and a feeling and that intuition that there is no separation at all, and there is nothing to fear. The light of the world will shine all this away. I have no need for this. I want to see. That's another good one. Whenever you are encountered with a situation that makes you get angry or fearful, or whatever form fear may take, say, I have no need for this. I want to see. 70. My salvation comes from me. Today, I will recognize where my salvation is. It is in me because its source is there. Powerful. It is in me because its source is there. It has not left its source, and so it cannot have left my mind. I will not look for it outside myself. It is not found outside and then brought in, but from within me it will reach beyond, and everything I see will but reflect the light that shines in me and in itself. So the analogy that we used for yesterday's lesson, I want to bring up one more time: the tape projector. Me and you are the light that is shining in all directions, and with this powerful tool of ours, we have made images that the light is shining upon, and we are only seeing outside of ourselves the projection of the images that we made. Now, if we just remove the film completely, we will have true vision, because we will see the light that everything is. It's only whenever we make these images that cause us to not see correctly. So whenever we see something with fear, we can say, I have no need for this. I want to see. And also, going back to what we just read right here, it says, everything I see will but reflect the light that shines in me. That light is who you are, and everything will reflect that whenever you remove the film, whenever me and you remove our own images that we have made. This is why this course is so powerful, because lesson 1, nothing I see means anything. Lesson 2, I've given everything I see all the meaning it has for me. And knowing that, we begin to start to undo all of our film. We begin to undo all of our illusions and images of our making, so that way we can see the light that we are shining everywhere. These forms of the idea are suitable for more specific applications. Let this not tempt me to look away from me for my salvation. I will not let this interfere with my awareness of the source of my salvation, which is me, which is you. Your salvation comes from you because nobody knows what illusions you have in your head because they cannot be shared. Illusions can't be shared because they are not real. They do not exist. Only what is real can be given. So love can be given and can be shared, but the illusions that we have made in our heads, the worry, doubt, and fear, only we know what those are because we made them. And although we could talk about them to others and and have them kind of think they know what we're going through, they will never know. Only you will know, and you will know if this if this is making you feel good or feel bad. Most people are looking for guidance outside of themselves, but they don't understand that they have the best source of guidance within them, and it is their creator. It is God. It is who you really are, guiding you at every moment in time, letting you know, are you looking at this situation as it really is? If you are, you will feel outrageous joy. And if you are looking at the situation as it is not, then you will feel depressed, fear, anger, jealousy, envy, and a whole host of other forms that fear may take. So just be reminding yourself 24/7 that your emotions are your guide, letting you know, how are you doing? Are you going up the scale? Are you evolving? Are you forgiving? Or are you going down? Are you staying in this fearful world that you have made for yourself? And whenever you know that you are in the fearful world at the time, then you are your salvation. Your salvation comes from you, and the only way that you can be saved is by fulfilling your function, which is forgiveness, meaning you forgive everyone and everything, and most importantly, forgive yourself. And you will be surprised to see that once you do that, you will be free. This has no power to remove salvation from me. Nothing out there has power to remove salvation from you. Nothing outside of you should tempt you to look away for your salvation, because it's not going to be out there. The car is not going to save you. The house, the relationship is not going to save you. You are the only one who can save you, because you are the only one who made those false perspectives, those images, that film. I am the only one who made those illusions for myself. Now it is my job to forgive myself for making those false perceptions, and forgive anyone that I may have believed to have done me wrong, so that way I can be free. So again, I know that everything we've been discussing for the past few days is a lot of repetition going on here, and you have to fall in love with the repetition. I have fallen in love with the repetition because it has healed my mind and restored my mind back to its natural state of being, and I'm here more often than not, and I no longer fall asleep and I'm not aware of it. Meaning, a better way to say that is, whenever I am feeling anything other than this state of mind right here and right now, if you're here with me, whenever I'm feeling anything other than this, I know instantly, and I do something about getting back to the real world, which is where we are right now. So you have to be very vigilant for for love. You have to be very vigilant for peace, and you have to become such a finely tuned instrument that you know whenever you are in heaven, whenever you know you are enlightened, when you know you're at peace, whenever you know that there's nothing to fear, when you know that you're seeing love and light, whenever you know that everyone else is love and light, and you know that this is a beautiful experience that we're experiencing. You have to become a finely tuned instrument to where you're at that point, and you know whenever you are in worry, or you feel some form of judgment coming on, and you're looking at that person like they're better than or less than you feel the jealousy, the envy, you feel the anger, you feel those emotions, and you know what they mean, because everyone feels those emotions. They're all being guided just like you, but they don't understand how to interpret that guidance. So they believe that their emotions are the effect of what's happening out there, and really the emotion is letting you know that what you are creating more of. The more you feel that emotion, you're creating more situations that are going to make you feel more of that emotion. Meaning, if I'm in worry, doubt, and fear and I stay there, I'm going to continue to get situations that are going to reflect that back to me. So the opposite must be true then. If I am feeling love, then I'm going to get more situations that will reflect that back to me. It's very simple. It's very much so common sense that is not so much common no more because everyone has began to view life 180 degrees away from this information that we are remembering here today. But just know that the repetition is what is going to cause me and you to become that finely tuned instrument. So let's fall in love with the repetition. We will meet here again tomorrow, same time, same place, for lesson 86 of A Course in Miracles. And until then, may we never be the same.